Hey guys, this is Ceresk here. I just wanted to put together a small guide for the Dragon Soul raid encounter. Mostly because I was bored, partly because I didn't want us to be completely fail when we got in there. The first boss I will be discussing is Morchok, the Elemental. For this encounter, we will be using 2 tanks, 3 healers, and 5 DPS. Morchok has a health pool of 36 million and a soft enrage at 20%. He also puts a nasty debuff on his targets called Crushed Armor. This debuff reduces his target's armor by 10% for 20 seconds, stacking up to 10 times. It is therefore preferable for tanks to taunt at 3 stacks. Morchok will summon 2 resonating crystals per cycle that explode after 12 seconds. The crystal selects 3 random targets who will need to stack on the crystal until explosion. After the second resonating crystal, Morchok will pull all players to him, stunning them and inflicting minor damage, while also summoning shards from the ground. Players will need to LOS behind the shards, avoiding the black blood on the ground, and can return to the boss after he casts Stomp. There, players will stack behind him, and the cycle repeats itself until death. The second boss in the Dragon Soul raid encounter is Horseage the Unsleeping, with a health pool of 47,700,000. For this encounter, you will need 1 tank, 3 healers, and 6 DPS. Your Sage has 1 main ability during this encounter, Call of Shuma, in which he will summon 3 different globules of 3 different colors from a possible 6 colors. Each globule will spawn from a predefined area around the arena and slowly make their way to the boss. Once they reach your Sage, they will grant him an ability based on their specific color. Some of these nasty little oozes are more dangerous than others. Because of this, it is best to have a priority kill order set up before the fight begins. The purple ooze should generally be your first priority, as it causes a stacking, healing, and absorption debuff that once reaching 5 stacks explodes and causes damage to all nearby players. Green is another high priority target, as it causes the room to slowly start digesting your raid and splashes to nearby targets, further increasing damage. If green does happen to reach your Sage, it is best to have the raid spread out to avoid any splash damage. The yellow ooze is basically a power-up for the boss. If it reaches your Sage, it will reduce the cooldown between his attacks and turn his Void Bolt into an AoE effect. Blue can be detrimental for a raid, especially late in the encounter when players are already low on mana, as it spawns a Mana Void, which absorbs the mana from the players, returning it only to the nearest players once it has been killed. Black and red are probably going to be your most easily manageable colors, as black spawns ads that can easily be AoE down, and red requires your raid to stack so that it can share damage between the raid members. So as a quick recap, purple should be your first priority. Green means spread, yellow hurts a lot, blue drains your mana, red means you need to stack, and black spawns ads that can be easily AoE down. Once your raid has learned to properly execute ooze priority, the fight really is just a simple rinse and repeat encounter based completely on RNG.